All right, what's happening, y'all? This is Avidan, and welcome back to the channel. Today, I'm going to finally give my thoughts on the Kendrick Lamar Super Bowl halftime show. I had to take some time to let this digest. I had to take some time to let this performance really sink in because there was a lot. There was a lot that happened in this performance, and I want to talk to you all about this from a perspective that is multidimensional, and hopefully this could be received. Some of you may get upset, and I'm prepared for that. And some of you may be really happy with what I got to say. First of all, I want to say Kendrick Lamar is a genius. Let me start with that. The way he went about this entire presentation, from the PlayStation controller setup to Uncle Sam talk about playing the game of America, to the ending with game over, all of it all in one. It was a spectacular performance. There are so many people who did not like the performance. I'm looking for a way to say this in a way that's respectful, and I'm looking for a way to say this in a way where I'm not being too brash, but I'm just going to say it how I feel right now. So please forgive me, this comes off the wrong way. The person who has too much weight doesn't want to go on the treadmill. The drunkie doesn't want to put down the bottle. The pothead doesn't want to put down the weed. In the same light, the people who are juiced up on entertainment don't want to be educated. And that was Kendrick Lamar's performance in a nutshell. There were a lot of people who were more upset with the fact that this man did not entertain them. It's like, I'm reading the comments. There are people who are saying, well, why didn't he perform swimming pools? Why didn't he perform this track? Why didn't he perform this track or that track? And it goes to show how many fraudulent fans there are of Kendrick Lamar. It goes to show that people didn't listen to Mr. Morale or GNX to see that these were two basically recovery and therapy like albums. With him literally calling himself out on some of the music that he made. So how can you make two albums calling yourself out on different things and literally do a performance in front of I would say, which easily is one of the largest platforms in the world, and you literally go out and perform those same songs you called yourself out on? We would call that a hypocrite. We would say that this person is faking. We would say this person is not really about their lyrics. So for the fact that he didn't perform none of those songs is a high honor of respect in my book. Now, before I go dive deeper into that, there was one portion in the performance that I personally, I have mixed feelings about, and that was Serena Williams doing the sea walk during the performance. Now, here's the thing. I know the sea walk has been changed throughout culture, changed throughout history where we are now, and much like anything, it's been modernized even in our video games. One of my homeboys, JP, in a Twitter podcast in the Twitter Spaces during Coffee Talk, he was saying that, which I didn't know this, that you could do the sea walk in Fortnite. So is the message of that being put across in front of the eyes of children is a risk, which is, you got to understand, there are a lot of children watching the Super Bowl. So if you do a dance that looks cool, you're going to have people who try to imitate it. Now, here's the backstory about that type of dance, which is why it's dangerous. That is the type of dance where, how should I put this? You know what? Wait, we're 5 minutes. We're basically 5 minutes. I could say it's without getting demonetized. That is the dance that Crips do when they kill rival gang members or they kill any victims. That is what that is for. And Serena Williams' half sister was actually killed. It wasn't anything that she did that she was doing wrong, but she was killed by the Crip gang. So when you do the Crip walk with that being your family history, it can look a certain way, but again, that's what it can look like. I want to be fair enough to offer another perspective, which, you know, people are at different places at different life, and people value different things. I don't value that. I wouldn't definitely do that, but Serena ain't Avidan, and Avidan ain't Serena. So there's that. There's that. So what I would say in reference to all that, people coming at her like Stephen A. Smith and Rob Smith, which is basically Tom from Boondocks, and even Jason Whitlock, have a lot to say, not only to her, but Jason Whitlock especially was coming at her husband. And her husband had a response that, yeesh, let's just pull it up, shall we? Let me I'll be right back. I'll pull it right up for y'all. So this is his response. He said, "I get it. You're 57. Matter of fact, I should be fair. Let me go to Jason's response to show you what her husband's responding to. He said, "This is Serena's husband, a true beta. He's mad at me rather than the wife Crip walking and still thinking about Drake. Simp." So his response was, "I get it. You're 57 and life didn't turn out the way you imagined. That kind of disappointment must be exhausting. You're the embodiment of peaked in high school. Gosh! Spending decades chasing validation from strangers through likes and digital hugs, only to find that no amount of external approval fills the void. I wouldn't wish that on anyone." Goodness gracious, man. Criticism only fuels your victim complex, reinforcing the comforting delusion that there's some grand conspiracy against you and your quote-unquote brave ideas, when in reality, you've just got terrible takes. It's a cycle. Outrage, backlash, self-pity, repeat. This is a lonely road. Oh my gosh. There's still time to rewrite the ending. Start by working on yourself first. You'll find that if you wake up every morning trying to be a little better, a little more curious, you won't have time for irrational hating. You'll be too busy winning. At that point, bro, which I said on Twitter, right, just stay down. Just stay down. So I say all this to say there were a good amount of people who didn't like what we saw here. And it makes me upset because there's a lot of people who thought that the 3 and so minutes that was about Drake took over the 13 minutes of the performance. And not only that, the fact that this man wasn't just giving fast food. This dude was actually educating and showing the reality of what America looks right now. It's a little disturbing to me because it gives off the vibes that black people can't go beyond shut up and dribble. That's what it gives. It's giving shut up and dribble, just pick up the mic and perform, rap, do what I'm used to you are doing, but don't do anything else. Just rap and don't do nothing else. Don't talk about how bad the economy is. Don't talk about how bad the political system is and the social injustices of black people. Don't talk about none of that. And when we say we can't talk about any of that, do you know what we do? We limit the scope of black excellence. We limit our scholars from actually growing. We limit our own becoming inventors of ideas and becoming actually billionaires, which I'm gonna show you two videos, and I'm gonna show you why this gets me upset. First, this video.
The billionaire. ever.
Just because they're a billionaire?
I'll never trust a billionaire, ever.
Just because they're a billionaire?
Yeah. You gotta have some dirt underneath your fingers, and you don't get there doing everything morally 100% right.
Stop. How do you know that? And that's the part that boggles my mind. We have such a toxic view of money that we automatically assume that if you got billions of dollars, you did some dirt. You did something underhanded. You did something wrong. There's no way that, wow, this person worked really hard and done something great. But I'll let him continue.
I would never want to be a billionaire. We all watched Mike Tyson go bankrupt after making like $300 million, and he had nothing at the end. So who knows what?
So we're using Mike Tyson, who literally is somebody who literally was coming from the streets. Like, we gotta understand that's the example we're using, that you got somebody who hit it big, and when life hit him, he didn't know how to handle it. What about the people who have structural systems and actually good accountability and build it the right way? It's because of billionaires that there are hundreds of thousands of jobs that are out there that people could literally feed their families. The people who are billionaires are the people who are able to feed other people and give them jobs. Like, what? Let me keep going.
Anybody's gonna do with money. The guy who owns Amazon, you would sit down and have coffee with him? I wouldn't want to. I think the dude's a douche. I don't know. I don't like nothing about that guy. Just because he has $1 billion? No, that means nothing to me. People who praise billionaires, like, I don't care. I know what a 9mm can do to a billionaire, just like it can to a poor person.
So my question is, why is it that the first go-to was an act of violence towards that? Like, why was that the first go-to? Do you see where it is? Like, we don't even see even how that is bad culture coming in and saying, like, I could just take what you got, or I could go after you. That don't save you. Like,
you know, that $1 billion is not going to stop a 9mm.
But that $1 billion can help feed somebody, can help employ somebody to feed their families. That's what it can do. And not just somebody, a lot of somebodies.
22 or a baseball bat to the back of the head. Still regular at the end of the day. So it doesn't mean nothing to me. Just because you have all the money doesn't mean anything to me at all. I don't respect you more or fear you more or fear you anything. I don't care.
And the thing is, people who have that much money, they're not looking for your respect. They're not even looking for you to fear them. That's the thing. I'm like, where is all this projection coming from? And the reason, y'all wonder what does that have to do with everything? It has everything to do, because this is the same mindset that hates when education's being thrown out there. I'm gonna show you another video to top off my point.
This is a great example, like, of education being lame in the black community. I graduated twice.
Man.
Nobody threw me a party.
Well, congratulations.
Nobody threw me anything, right? But when Buddy get out from doing that bid for 5 years, they got meat on the grill. They got money for them. They got all that. The youth are at these events,
right?
And so they're seeing the praise this guy gets. Oh wow, they threw him a party for. Meanwhile, dude, he done graduated and got 2 degrees, and ain't nobody said nothing. Like, and this is
why I get upset. You could do a bid for 5. Or matter of fact, if it's manslaughter, or if the conviction is high enough, you could do a bid for 15 years and get out, and people are throwing you a party. Better yet, matter of fact, if you was out on the street and you actually go out and did something and things came back on you and your life is gone, they're putting you on a t-shirt and putting you on a t-shirt with angel wings, thinking that you was some saint and lived a good life. No, we need to stop that. We need to start elevating and celebrating our people who are wanting to do more. It is not okay to be poverty minded. It is not okay to think that, oh, me making just enough is enough. No, making just enough is selfish, because all you're thinking about is yourself. There's other people that could benefit. What about them? Half of these people, we walk across people who don't have homes and everything. We walk right by them, don't give them any money and everything. And we think that there's something wrong with making more money. That thought is why there are people who don't have jobs. Because there's not enough people who have the courage enough to step in and say, you know what, I want to be the next billionaire that can reverse a lot of what's going on with this economy and give more jobs. I've seen a comment in that other gentleman's video.
I don't get. I'll never trust a billionaire.
Let me pause it. There was one comment that I did say, and that's the thing. The comments is what bothered me. Almost everyone here is on that same page. So where you put this mindset, it's a mindset. Matter of fact, let me show y'all. It's a mindset where you look at these comments, and you can see that this is a mindset that people have against doing exceptionally well. There's a mindset on going against being extraordinary. And that, my friends, is what this man was on Sunday night. He was being extraordinary, and it was downgraded. There was so many people finding ways to downgrade what he is. He has the largest viewership ever for the Super Bowl halftime show, and people wanted to find ways to gatekeep, find ways to move the goalposts and say, well, it's not like the Michael Jackson time because, people could watch on their phones now, and people could, have subscription services and all of that. Well, back then you didn't have all that. Like, shut up. You sound goofy. And literally give people their flowers when it's due. That's all that matters. This man was not coming out and saying that he was better than Michael Jackson or anyone, better than Beyonce. He came out and did his set and made sure he did his set well. And my final takeaway before I start rambling for every one of you is, what if we did the same? What if we did our set, did our time, did what we were responsible to do, and didn't think about what everyone else is doing? What would happen if everyone just did their part? What would happen if we encourage more people to strive for excellence and not lower the bar just so, you know what? I'm not gonna go there today. I'm gonna call it here. I'm actually gonna call it here because I feel myself rambling. I appreciate you all watching. If you got it, you felt what I was saying, I appreciate you all. If you didn't, if you're upset, you're in your feelings, unsubscribe, block, whatever, I don't care. Till next time, my name is Avidan Smith, and I help creatives like you find your unique sound and live a purpose-driven life. If you have not already, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and most of all, you make sure you share this with a friend. This is Avidan, and we are out. Check out the videos and the playlist right here to my right-hand side. Catch you on the next one. Peace. Have you heard of Melodics? If you haven't, I want you to take a look at this. Melodics is a learning tool that helps music producers learn how to finger drum better, play the keyboard better, or even use electronic drums better. This is something that if you are serious about your music production journey and you want to separate yourself from people who don't know music theory or who don't know how to play the keyboard or who don't know how to finger drum, this is for you. I would highly recommend buying this. I have a link down below. It is an affiliate link. I do get a financial kickback from this. It doesn't cost you extra, but it does benefit the channel if you do click on that. So I will encourage you to check out that link, and you will get a percentage off your next purchase with Melodics if you go ahead and sign up under me. So check it out down below. I'll catch you back in the video.